Well, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I just moved the D3 all by myself. The guys had to take the Mini X up on the Crow Mountain. I thought we were going to take the 315 up to the Crow Mountain job, but they're just going to use that Mini X. Apparently the 315 is going to be way overkill for it. So they left me to move this by myself, which I don't terribly mind. I've just kind of gotten used to having somebody around all the time to kind of help me load and unload it and get it put on the trailer perfectly. So doing it by yourself, you know, I wasn't moved over far enough, I wasn't square, just little stuff like that. Nothing that's like a big deal or anything. You can see the blade, so the blade's got to be positioned properly, but since you can see the blade, you can put that properly onto the trailer. The driver's side edge of the blade's got to be right at the edge of the trailer, and the passenger side edge is what you hang off the edge of the trailer. So by the time I walked it on, got it positioned, and then twisted to get the blade set on there perfectly, I was sitting crooked on the trailer, which on a D3 is really not a big deal. We're not talking about a lot of weight. But, you know, having somebody around is just kind of nice to be able to you know, have an extra set of eyes or be their eyes and they can drive it on and all that. But I'm headed over to the office. Might actually go back over to my truck. Got a brand new pair of boots on and they are killing my feet. So I need to swap my boots out, I think. Wear these kind of in smaller increments, little bits at a time. They won't hurt my feet so damn bad. But we are currently in the Granite, the new dump truck, and don't really know what I'm going to be doing the rest of the day quite yet. Just have to see. Went and bought a bunch of hooks for the 3/8 chain on the RGN, because the sides of the RGN, a 3/8 chain will hook onto it. So I went and got 1/2-inch ends, grade 70, to put on the 3/8 chain, and we'll be able to put the end of the chain right onto the edge of the trailer, and instead of having to go through a loop every single time. So it'll make life a whole lot easier. But I don't know, for now it's just kind of an easy morning. I think I even have a cigar with me. Should have a cigar with me. Might end up doing that while I'm doing the chains. Get a cigar in today. See how it goes. Well, headed over to Little Rock real quick. I'm gonna go pick up some lapel mics to be able to use for a new series I'm adding onto my channel. I gotta go all the way out there to go get it. I'm 47 minutes away from it. And then I'm trying to get Best Buy to give me a better discount on the Creator Edition of the GoPro 11, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get them to do it. You can get the discount for $579 for the Creator Edition with the subscription, which I have. Yeah, other than that, it's $650. So they're sticking the $650 price. And I don't think the people in the store are going to fall for it if I just show them, hey, look, it's $579 right here. I don't think they're going to be like, oh, okay, no problem, we'll give you the discount. Pretty sure I'm just going to have to order it. The catch is, I don't really need a GoPro 11. I'm currently talking into a GoPro 10, and it does just fine. GoPro 11 has a lot nicer features on it, but this works. Like, there's no issues with it whatsoever. I just heart it. Anyone ever say that before? I heart it. I had an ex-girlfriend that used to do that all the time. It was really funny. She'd see something in the store and she'd be like, I heart it. And I never quite got what she meant by it, but she wanted it, and she'd always go, oh, I need this in my life. And it was like a stupid heart pillow or something along those lines. Well, having a second GoPro would help out tremendously. And I sold those electric bikes and have cash, and it's been difficult to spend cash and instead of just having everything digital. So it's like I've spent $1,500 and it's taken me like 3 weeks to do it, you know, with groceries and all that stuff. I'm very good with money. I don't spend money fruitlessly. I've always have a very good justification for it. I do a lot of research before I buy anything like camera equipment or anything that isn't necessarily to live, you know, not groceries or whatever, you know, stuff for work and whatnot. Spent $200 on a pair of boots the other day because I need it, and they absolutely kill my feet, but I think I was wearing the wrong socks, but that's here nor there on this, what I'm currently trying to explain here, that I'm trying to invest in my channel as best I can, and all the money doing that is all digital. So I'm finding stuff to actually spend the cash on, and then keep the digital money in my bank account. So we're headed out there on our way to go buy those lapel mics, and then maybe a Creator Edition GoPro 11, but I don't know if that's gonna work out or not. I'm not gonna spend an extra $90 when I can just order it and have it sent to me. So we'll just see how all this pans out. I doubt it's gonna pan out very well, but I don't know, we'll see. So, and the whole reason why I'm doing this at 2:30 is there isn't a lot going on. I need parts for the trucks. I don't have them. I need, oh God, what else do I need? I need 3 parts for the trucks that aren't in yet. Probably not going to be until tomorrow. Need the replacement cab pivots, which I'm not going to install, but they're supposed to be in any day. You know, washer fluid, motor for the P. I got one of the belts, and then I need a coolant hose for that. I need to get its oil changed, need to put tires on the dump truck, but I need a ride to drop the dump truck off to get tires put on it. But the tires aren't that bad yet. They still got a little bit of life left on it, and there just wasn't anything left to do today. So I called Ben, and he was on his way back from Little Rock, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he was like, well, today would probably be a good day for it. So I'm in Ashley's car, which is a hybrid Corolla, instead of taking my work truck out here, because it's not fair to Ben that I put miles and burn his fuel when I can, you know, just go get Ashley's car, and it gets 51 miles to the gallon. So it's going to cost me 2.5 gallons gas to go out there and back. The truck would probably take 7. So I might as well just take the hybrid car out. But we'll see how this pans out. Hell, I might buy a camcorder. They're a pretty good price for them. If I actually get a handheld camcorder, the quality of the vlogs would go through the roof. Yeah, have a big old camera and 4K to talk into with, you know, tons of stuff for mics and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see how it goes. Camera store first, then over to Best Buy. Might go to North Little Rock Best Buy, and then back home after that. So I should be gone the whole rest of the day. Well, I know you guys can't see me, but you can hear me. 7:18. I'm going by Plummerville. Spent hours in Little Rock. I got the wireless lapel mics from DJI. They got a GoPro 11 Creator Edition, and I'm doing 83. Notice I'm getting 51 miles to the gallon, by the way. I'm doing 83 in a 75, which is right at the limit that you would really want to do on an interstate. I'm just under 10 over. And I'm trying to hurry up and get home so I can do the computer work, eat dinner, go to bed, and go to work tomorrow. I spent an hour and a half at least helping this mom and her 2 kids pick out a camera, what camera to get and why, and all this stuff, and came down to a Canon G7 Mark II, and then investing into computer software. I told him you absolutely want to buy editing program. if you're gonna get a digital camera, you need to get a way to edit your photos in post. You know, you can take an okay photo in your camera and you can turn it into an amazing photo just by being able to tweak colors and all that stuff. Lightroom specifically. So I told them to get Photoshop Essentials, but really what they need to get is the subscription-based Lightroom and Photoshop, and then lots of times on YouTube. So many people don't know, but I spent 4 years taking photography classes and getting, I guess you would call it a minor maybe or whatever, or AAS or whatever. I don't know what it would have been in photography. Thinking I was going to become this photographer guy and working all this stuff. Well, as a whole, photography is just about dead. What matters now is the here and now. How fast can you get info out there, not how good the picture is. So the landscape shots, the cool photography stuff, the money that people used to put into it, you can do for so much cheaper, and you can post it immediately. That's what's important. So I learned real quick, I'm probably never going to make any money in photography. That what matters is social media and the speed in which you can get information and pictures out there, not, how good this looks or how amazing this print came out or any of that kind of stuff. So I just kind of let it go. I had a LLC. I made a little bit of money off of it, just enough to be able to buy more lenses and equipment and all that stuff. And I sold a good chunk of it a very long time ago, and just realized a long time ago that this is not the way to make a living anymore. Unless I work for a magazine, shoot models, or work for a newspaper, I'm not going to make any money in photography. So I let it go and just kept focusing on trucking. But I still love photography, and I still love the art of it and all. So it was kind of cool to be able to impart some of my knowledge on them, where, they had $600 to spend, and instead of buying a $550 crappy DSLR, they're much better buying a very nice Canon G7X Mark II and get into photography, then save up $1,500 and get $1,000 Canon, was it an RP or whatever it is, and then a $500 Tamron lens, like a 18-140 or whatever. A new one just came out. I forgot what the actual telephoto lens is. And because either way, you're going to own a G7X. So if you don't have a lot of money, you might as well just buy it first. And it takes amazing photography and really great video, and it's a really cool camera, and it's going to go very, very well. And if he gets into photography, that's going to be a good camera to have. And then he'll buy the next thing after that and add to his camera bag, versus buying a $500 DSLR, hating it, maybe not even getting into photography, and then selling it for $200 to then buy a $1,500 camera. So I told him, if you want to take my advice, I would get a camera that's going to complement your kit later on in life, like a G7X Mark III. And then you're going to keep that camera forever. And then you're going to buy more cameras as you go, bigger and better and all that kind of stuff. But you're way better off buying a G7X Mark III and Photoshop and Lightroom than you would spending $1,500 and then just having to deal with the pictures right out of the camera. So hopefully they heeded my advice and they'll go that way. But that's what I would get if I was just barely getting to it. I'd get a very nice point and shoot. I would shoot 100,000 pictures. I would edit them, and then I would get into it and then keep upgrading as I went. So I stayed there and talked way too long. I should never have done that. I'm getting home way too late. Probably still 20 minutes or so from home. I'm gonna have to eat and go to bed quickly and probably shower in the morning. I didn't do much today, so I'm not even dirty or nothing. I'll just shower in the morning, try and get some sleep. I was very tired earlier today, and I really need to get some more sleep. And you can probably hear it, my allergies are real bad. I'm real nasally, you know. My allergies are absolutely kicking my ass. It's fall, but I'm slowly making my way back home, and we'll do the computer work, eat some dinner. Oh God, my allergies are so bad. It's so hard to breathe. My nose is so stuffed up. And oh, another thing, I hate the way my voice sounds on video because my allergies are bad, because I recently moved to Arkansas. I'm not really used to everything here. So I'm adjusting it in post. I use Photoshop, for those who wanted to know. Or sorry, not Photoshop. Premiere Pro. Photoshop's for pictures. I edit this vlog in Premiere Pro. So I tweak my voice to not make it sound as bad, because in my ears it sounds like I cover my nose and talk like that all the time. It sounds awful. But everyone tells me that's just my voice. But my problem is my nose is plugged all the time, and I take 4 allergy pills a day. And everyone tells me I should start taking one Sudafed every single morning, like clockwork, just to not have this massive amount of congestion all the time. But I'm very much considering going to either allergy specialist or like a ear, nose, and throat doctor, and actually trying to solve what's going on with my nose and my allergies and my sinus pressure, and you know, living in a new area and having to get used to all the pollen and dust and everything. And then I work for an excavation company, so I'm out in the dust and the ragweed and fields and stuff all the time, and it's killing me. So I'm looking forward to doing something about it, but for now I think my voice sounds terrible, so I need to do something about that. But either way, we're oh, how far are we from home? Let's see what it says. 18 miles from the exit. I live just on the other side of the exit, so I'm about 19 minutes from pulling up to the house, and on I-40, just past, coming up on Blackwell now. And we'll see how much sleep I get tonight. So we see you guys tomorrow.